What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. I'm all up in your Facebook feeds. This is Tricia's Tip Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I got my red on because it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Got my got some on my teeth. I mean, this is live, so it's the real. Okay, so now my red lipstick is only on my lips. Perfect. Wearing my red shirt, cashmere, because it's friggin' freezing out. Let's go, Mother Nature, over winter, right? But it's red, and I'm coming to you live from my bedroom. Ooh, la, 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 just for Valentine's Day. No, I'm just kidding. That's only on the after show. I'm coming to you live in my bedroom because I wanted to show you some tips with scarves, right? So I've done a show on my style segment on Xfinity On Demand on how to tie scarves. 15 easy and actually effective, doable, and fashionable ways to tie scarves. But I never really talked about what to wear scarves with. So that's what I wanted to do today because I think scarves are great, right? They keep us warm this time of year, but they are super trendy, stylish for adding pop of color to your outfit, adding print to your outfit. And so I'm going to just show you a couple examples of how in a couple minutes. Before that, and I also want to talk about how you store your scarves. So if you've tuned in so far, leave a comment and let me know how you store your scarves, because this is what I have mine on. Like, this is like it's like cousin it of scarves, right? It's like ridiculous, and it's on one of these rings that's supposed to be like so pretty and have one each, but I have like 53. So this thing is a huge mess. I mean, it has a hook, so it's convenient. I hang it in my closet. Ugh. And then for my winter scarves, I usually, like the thicker ones, I'll keep them on my coat rack, or I will fold them and put them in a drawer. But let me know how you guys store your scarves. I'd be interesting in learning some more, because I friggin' hate that thing. It weighs like 100 pounds. Anyhow, as usual, on Tuesdays, I answer any of your fashion questions, style questions, shopping questions, closet organization questions. So I did have a few that I'd like to get to, and as always, ask away during a live or on Facebook at any point during the week, and I will address your questions and answer on Tuesdays. So I know I've had Jason and Danny, asked me repeatedly to cover menswear, and I actually am planning a segment on that. So I didn't want to spill the beans and say too much, but just to let you guys know, I didn't forget about you, and I am going to do something special on menswear coming up. And then I also had Danielle ask me probably like 2 lives ago, and I haven't gotten to the question yet, so sorry, Danielle. But I had her ask me, how do you get the most out of small closet spaces? And so my answer to that is to have me come over and design a functional closet for you. But in the meantime, just definitely look at creative ways to store things. If the closet system, which potentially is just a rod, maybe, I don't know what's in your closet, but it was probably built in like before you moved in or whatever, and it's set at a certain standard height. Always look at how high that rod is. If you have the one like wooden or metal rod that holds your clothing, look at how high it is, right? If it can go any higher and you can still easily reach it, I would move it up, because what that does is usually allows you to double hang, and instead of just having one rod across, you could actually kind of do 2, or do 2 on one side, and that way you'll be able to double your capacity right there just by hanging a rod lower. I always put a shelf up top, and I store things like luggage or purses or out of season shoes or out of season garments like shorts or sweaters that you can kind of keep up high and you don't have to access every day, but they're able to be stored in there. Also, don't forget that the floor of the closet is great space, and then also the door, right? So they make you know, you could hang, they make like shoe cubbies. You could hang shoes on your door. You could hang belts on your door. You could hang the outfits that you've chosen for the week on your door with just one of the over the door like shower, like they usually go in the bathroom and hold like your towels and your bathrobes or whatever. They can also hold hats, belts, your outfits for the week. So don't forget your closet door, the front and or back side could have some capacity to it. I do like to use shoe boxes. If you have a lot of shoes, I keep the shoe boxes, or I buy from Target the clear Sterilite plastic containers, so that way you're able to stack your shoes and you can still see them. So hopefully that helps give you some tips. And definitely if you need more help, reach out to me and we can talk about kind of your design options and what you could do to fit the most in. And lastly, for questions, I had Tamika ask me to talk about new trends. That's also going to be on an upcoming live where I'm going to feature some spring trends because we are almost in spring. I know mentally those of us in New England that are getting blizzards and nor'easters and snow on snow on snow are done and ready for spring, right? So I'm ready to talk about that very soon. But to give you a little preview, since you asked Tamika and you maybe read my mind, things that we're going to see for the spring that, you know, and this comes down from the runway, and a lot of those things are theatrical, high fashion, art, and not things that the everyday person would like wear to work every day. But then there are ways to incorporate that trends into everyday life, and there are also ways that you can kind of wear them every day. So one that's not going anywhere is graphic t-shirts, which I love, and it could be a slogan, a funny saying, or just a giant graphic animal or flower, like my little flowers right there. And those are really cute because you can put it under a blazer and make it look kind of funky, or when the weather's warm enough, you wear them on your own. So I think those aren't going anywhere. Athleisure is also not going anywhere. And this is basically the really sporty, you know, hoodies and track pants and joggers and kind of more casual material comfort clothes, but the silhouettes are slimming down a little bit to make it a little bit more polished, things that you can wear with heels. So maybe you never thought of wearing French terry joggers with heels, right? You totally can. And if that look is for you, contact me because I represent a company called Peach that has bomb athleisure, and their French terry pants, they're just ridiculous. They're sick. You don't even understand until you put them on. So talk to me about it, and I'll put a link so you guys can shop online under this video. Something else that's going to be hot for spring is off the shoulder, either one shoulder or off the shoulder completely. And I'm starting to see those styles in stores now, kind of very boho, flowy tops, but off the shoulder. I don't know why I can't remember what store I just saw those in. I think it was Banana Republic. It was a few stores, so we're kind of starting to see them now. So those are going to be a lot of fun. Bearing our shoulders. Stripes, of course, are, you know, they're always in for spring and summer, and they're coming back huge, bold, and bright. And then also for spring, we're going to be seeing a lot of oversized jewelry, which I love. Big chunky necklaces, huge statement earrings. Like today I have my like littlest diamonds on today. But diamonds are a girl's best friend, and it's Valentine's Day, so it makes sense, duh. But for spring, when they're like huge and gaudy and statement, I'm all about it. And then also, purses and handbags are going to be getting bigger too. I love to carry me around a suitcase full of stuff, especially if it's designer. So I think this is going to be really fun. The reason I'm not completely addressing spring trends yet, and I'm just touching on it, is because we're really in a transition season right now. The seasons are changing. Stores are kind of clearancing out and going out of their winter merchandise. They're getting in what they call their cruise or vacation lines. And now, like end of February, they're starting to get in their spring lines. So if you're going shopping now, it's kind of a tricky time. And when I work with my clients right now, what I really help them with is working with their existing wardrobes, what they have now, how to take these winter items, get regenerated and excited about them again, and start to transition them into spring. If you're shopping right now, it could be completely confusing for you, right? Because stores either have old sweaters on clearance, or they have bathing suits and cover-ups and things for people that are going on vacation, right? But if we need something to wear every day, January, February is kind of a tricky time. So let me in your closet and I can help you mix up what you have to carry yourself into spring. And when spring comes, or when you start to go shopping or planning, I just touched on some of the trends that I think are going to be really big and make a mark. So those were all the questions I had, but I want you all to definitely ask away. If you're in this live right now, ask and I can see it, or ask me. I usually post asking on like Mondays on either my business page, Trust and Tricia, or my personal page, Tricia Cromwell. And just whatever questions. If it sounds kind of crazy, it's probably not. I actually just did a live, another live before this one at noon, for Jenny's group. She's a wellness coach. I'm doing my upcoming event with her that you all already should know about and already should come to, and I'll tell you more about in a minute again. But I did a takeover in her Wellness Warriors group. This is a great group, like plug for her. Seriously, if you guys are looking for just nutrition coaching, advice, tips, support. It's a really great group to join. It is private, but if you say I sent you, I'm sure Jenny will accept you. It's Wellness Warriors, and it's on Facebook. So I'm actually doing a takeover for them all week and giving them some tips and trends to her group members. And today I did a Facebook Live right before this. And the things that they asked, people left questions for me, and there's such common issues that I hear from my clients so much. So please don't think any question is silly or stupid or ridiculous, because I promise you, if you are bold enough to ask, you're probably helping like at least 4 other people, because these situations are so common. Someone asked about, how to determine what your signature style is, where to shop if you don't want to spend a lot of money on yourself, what to do when you have a big booty and you have the gaping at your waist in your pants, right? So these are some of the questions that I answered in the Wellness Warriors group live at noon, but these could be some of the things that you all want to know too, but I don't know what you want to know until you ask me. So let me know. And now I'm just going to get into some scarves. So I kind of put together just 4 little quick outfits just to give you an idea of why I love scarves so much. I think they are great for injecting color into your wardrobe, like I said, and injecting print. Even if you just go to throw on a basic jeans and tee, sweatshirt and tee, tossing a scarf on over it, it just makes you look so much more polished. It allows you to add your personality, add some color if you were kind of starting with a drab color palette or neutrals. And it's really fun. And you know what I find? So I buy a lot of scarves, right? I just showed you how many I have, but I also get a lot as gifts, right? Do you guys find that? Like, scarves are kind of like a common gift for people. And I can see why. They're fun. They're one size fits all. They're functional. You can wear them 3 seasons out of the year, depending on where you live. So I get it, right? So I find that when most of my people, let me know if I'm wrong, most of my people that buy scarves will buy themselves a solid functional scarf, right? Like, you'll go to the store, this pink scarf looks great, it's cashmere, it'll keep you warm, boom, that's your scarf. And then when people buy you gifts, a lot of times they get you printed ones. And sometimes you maybe wouldn't buy those on your own because maybe you feel it's too bold or too loud, or what on earth do you wear it with if it's printed and your clothing is always printed? Like, can you mix them? So I find that when I go through clients' wardrobes and I go through their scarves, I can almost pinpoint the 1 or 2 that they bought for themselves, and then maybe like the 2 or 3 that they got as gifts that they hardly ever wear. And I always use them, and they're like, oh my goodness, I never thought to wear that scarf this way. Actually, last Tuesday on my live, I did Liz Teresa's closet, and the same thing happened with her scarf. So a fun idea if you have those printed scarves that you're unsure of how to wear, or you haven't worn yet, or you just want like kind of a fresh update or some ideas, I'm going to show you them right now. So I'm going to attempt to pick up my little tripod doohickey and hope this goes well. I have this light on. I don't know if it's terrible. See my bedroom, you guys? Oh my gosh, it's the bed. I told you it was Valentine's Day. Ooh. Okay, anyways, let's get serious. I'm going to turn my camera around now so I can show you these little fun outfits I put together. How do I turn my camera? Oh, yeah. I must have been looking like I was concentrating so much. Okay, so here's a little outfits. And then, okay, let's talk about my setup before we get to the scarves. Let's be real, right? Shirts and scarves, fine. What the frig is this up there? It's me. So I'll go closer. And this is kind of funny. I found this, what is it? It's called a caricature, right? So when my mom was moving, I'm going to put it back on myself because I feel like weird talking to a blank screen. So when my mom was moving and we were packing up like all the pictures and, memorabilia and things, we found this caricature, right. And I remember like the year is on it. It was in the I think it was 94 or something like that I got it done. My mom had it, so we found it exactly 1 year ago when she moved. And I kind of got goosebumps, and it was kind of crazy because, and I'll turn the camera to it again, but they must have asked me, like, what do you like, right? So that's how they know what to draw for your caricature. And so I must have said shopping because that's been my life for as long as I can remember, right? So that's probably what I said. But they put a shopping bag for Filene's and a shopping bag for Jordans, and then wrote shop till I drop in a bunch of money. And it's just so funny. Like, it was almost like, is that a prediction? That, you know, at the time I didn't know about being a stylist or being a personal shopper. And then what's crazy is that I worked at Filene's, right? So when I went to college to be a buyer, and I wanted to get into the Filene's buying program because they were local to Boston. And so I interviewed, and I had retail experience, and even though I had a degree, I didn't have enough like office and computer experience at the time because I had only been in stores and in retail like my whole life. So I got a job as a department manager in an effort to work my way up into corporate, into the buying office. And that's where I realized that buying is a lot of number crunching and a lot of department store buying and corporate buying. I'm saying specialty store buying, awesome, hands-on. But corporate and department store is a lot of number crunching, a lot of data analysis, and desk and cubicle stuff. Can you picture me? Nah, buddy, no. So working at Filene's as a department manager, it actually, you know, kind of helped to mold my career a little bit more. And that's where I learned about vendor reps. And that's where someone that I knew, Joanna, shout out, was working for Ralph Lauren as the rep. She moved out of state. I said I wanted the job. She recommended me. I got it like that because that's how Joanna rolls. She has clout. So just me knowing Joanna put me on, and that's how I ended up with Ralph Lauren, right? And then crazy because at the time that I found this this picture of my mom's when my mom was moving was when I had actually started doing some interior stuff, and I had an interior client. I was helping her design her house. So it's funny that they put Jordan's bag, and I kind of think they meant Jordan Marsh, but they didn't put the Marsh, so it almost made me think of like Jordan's furniture. And then it's like, oh my God, it's me with these two bags of interior styling and fashion styling and money and shop till you drop. And oh my God, it was like a prediction of the future. Okay. I was excited. I hope you are too. I'm going to show it to you again and then get to like the real stuff. All right. So there's my caricature, right? I have this light thing, but it's like not tightened and pissing me off. Anyways, that's me. So next up, right, you see this fancy little rod number? So I'll recommend to people like unconventional storage for their clothing or for their closets or wardrobe or whatever. This I actually got at IKEA for probably like $3. I have two of these in my kitchen. One of them has my dish rack on it, and the other one has some like a cutting board and oven mitts and stuff like that. They're like $3 at IKEA and sold in the kitchen section. But as you can see, I like to use it to put some clothes on it. So I can put like my clothes for the week, or if there are things that I need to hand wash, I don't want to just crumple them up and throw them in the hamper. That's usually down there, but I moved it for your viewing pleasure today. So it's kind of a fun little OOTD area, easy to set up, $3, kind of a good idea. Now, here's the outfits. Now let's see how I can talk about this with this camera. I'm new to this stuff still. Okay, first up, I love this one. As you can see, I kind of tied the scarves different ways. That's up to you. You can watch my video. But it's a floral print. So if you're going for a print, you're looking for a print, this is a great way to just add a classic print. The muted colors are really not too offensive, not too bright, easy to wear with just like a simple t-shirt, but it adds your pop of print that you need. And one thing I love about having a navy blue scarf is that it always matches jeans, right? Dark wash, light wash, white jeans. This scarf literally, because of the color palette, it goes with anything. So I paired it here with just a maroon shirt, but it's a t-shirt, right? T-shirt, jeans, throw your scarf on, and you look super put together. My next example is this. And let me talk about peach again, right? So this cardigan right here is life. Like, it is so soft. It's crazy. Again, you need to talk to me about getting some peach pieces into your life because you will live in this cardigan. It's just a swing cardigan, super comfortable. But what I love again here is you just took a plaid scarf with a pop of color, a little bit of sparkle in it, some fringe for detail, and I just kind of matched up the purple. No, I'm not also going to wear it with this kind of yellow green or this turquoise or black or white because I put a gray t-shirt underneath, but it's just a fun way to inject some print, and you can kind of just match up one of the colors and it's still completely acceptable. And again, this with jeans or leggings, easy 1, 2, 3 outfit. Now this, you can start to have some fun, right? So here, and on these two examples, this is where I'm doing a little bit of pattern mixing. And I love pattern mixing. It's very popular in menswear. Women, sometimes we stay away from it a little bit. But if you start with a base of stripes, you can almost add any other print on top. Super easy. So here, obviously, just have the gray and white stripes. And I wanted some color, some really bright, vibrant colors. Like for today example, it's snowing, it's blah, it's crap. I want to feel like spring. And this is the perfect way to do it. And then here, I've taken the black and white print and added leopard, right? Who doesn't love leopard or need a leopard scarf? One. Who doesn't have a black and white striped shirt, right? T-shirt, sweatshirt, blouse, anything. So these two together I love. And if you'll notice, I kind of kept the colors, the color families the same. So the key to pattern mixing is to keep the color families the same and kind of repeat at least one color. So here I've repeated the white and this little bit of gray. It's somewhat the same color family where these are all kind of bright, and this is a bright ash gray. And then the same thing here. This is a really bright neutrals, the white and the black, and then repeating the black into the scarf allows you to also incorporate the gray and the brown without being offensive or having it kind of stand out too much. So that's a fun way to just take a printed top and add a printed scarf to it. So that is me for today. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope it helped. If you have any scarves you haven't worn yet, check them out. Take them out of your closet. Try them on. I'm like sweating in this. You know, I have to do that sometimes because you have swoop. Sorry, TMI, but this is the real. It's live. I put on cashmere because it's like appropriate for outside, but I'm inside with this friggin' tripod light and I'm hot all of a sudden. Anyway. Thank you all for hanging out with me again on another Tuesday. As always, let me know what questions you have. If you have some scarves you haven't worn yet, I hope this helped. If not, reach out to me, trustintricia@gmail.com, or comment here and just let me know, look, I watched your live, I get your tips, I'm still having some issues. And we can definitely talk about setting something up. I even do virtual styling. You could send me a picture of your scarf or your t-shirt, ask if these things go together, ask what you should wear with it. I mean, I am here for you. And I am also here for everyone in person in my workshop that is at the end of this month. So it's on February 27th. It's in Newton Center at Newton Center Yoga. I am partnering with Jenny, who I talked about earlier with the Wellness Warriors group. She's coming in to talk about just kind of loving ourselves, self-love techniques, and, you know, why body image, how it impacts us and why. And then I am coming to talk all about style tips. I'm bringing clothes with me. I'm bringing mannequins with me. I'm showing you if you're this body type, you could use this trick to help you look best. If you have this part of your body that you're not excited about and you kind of want to hide or camouflage, I'm going to show you the tips to do that. There are so many using clothing and all of the various aspects of accessories, styling, coloring that we can really, you know, help to make you look and feel your best. That's what this workshop is all about. It is only $25 for tickets. You're getting free food, free drinks from our amazing sponsors. Be Good is giving us some salad and yoga bowls. Really a yoga bowl. Salad and quinoa bowls in the yoga studio where we're not doing yoga, but we're having a workshop. Stacy's Juice Bar is giving us some juice. And then I am in talks, and I don't want to spill the beans too much, but I'm putting together gift bags for all attendees that come. And a salon that's local to the area and one of my girls works at, maybe putting something special in. I mean, so special that the deal is kind of shocking. And when she offered it to me, I had to write back and say, are you sure you want to give me 25 of those for everyone? So I'm waiting for her confirmation, but as soon as she says yes, and I think she's in, I'm announcing it, and I can't even handle the value that you all are going to get for $25 in a night out. It's bananas. So Monday night, 6:30, Newton Center Yoga. Reserve your spot, $25 on itrustintricia.com or on the Facebook event or on Eventbrite. And with that said, guys, I am signing out. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. Mwah. And I will catch you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. I should have thought of that before I planned the lives on Tuesday. Oh my God, I'm such a 7-year-old boy. That's hilarious to me. See you guys next Tuesday.